Hi, students. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to week 11. Guys, we are really coming down to the wire. This is a crazy time of year for everyone. I know that you're eager for a break. I want to run a couple things by you just as far as our schedule goes and logistically. This week we had a discussion board planned. That discussion board will not be taking place. I'm very concerned about some issues on the rough drafts, and it seems like some people are having a more difficult time with the cause and effect essay. So I really want your focus to be there this week. In the lecture this week, we're actually going to go over a few things that I want you to reconsider before you turn in those final drafts. So there will be no discussion board this week. We will only be submitting your final essay. Originally, that due date was going to be this Wednesday. I'm now going to make that due date this Friday. And so that's going to give you a couple extra days to meet with me to discuss some issues that might be going on. And just for us to kind of reboot and reconnect over any concepts that you're really struggling with. What I'm kind of seeing on that is people are either doing really well and you're really focused, and remember, I'm only looking at one body paragraph, and some of you did not highlight which paragraph you wanted me to look over. And so I simply just decided to do the first one after your introduction. But some of you are just having a really hard time just understanding the cause and effect concept in general. So I'm hopeful that those couple extra days will give some of you some time to meet with me this week and just discuss some things that we can work on. So that's the first thing. The next thing that I want to go over is this week, November 4th, and that is on, I'm fairly certain that's on a Thursday. That is the last day that you can withdraw from this course. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to be going through, and anyone who I can see is really on that line of pass or fail, or someone who is just really on that line of not participating. I'm going to be sending you an email and just telling you that I want you to consider your best options. My heart is that all of you finish the course, that you finish well, and that you were able to pass the class. However, the reality is, if at this point in time you're making a 40 or a 50, the likelihood of you catching up and passing the class is simply not good. I tell you that to be merciful in the fact of I want you to make the best decision for yourself in staying in the course or not. After November 4th, once that date has passed, I can no longer withdraw you from the course, and you cannot withdraw from the course. At that point in time, you would simply receive a failing grade. So I want to reiterate that. And again, tomorrow is going to kind of be my day. If you don't hear from me, then you're probably doing great in the class, and you have no concerns, and you've been turning all of your work in. And even if you had a bad essay here or there, you're still really doing well and you're on the right track. But if you do hear from me, then I would just strongly recommend that we either set up a time to talk, or that you really think through, talk to your guidance counselors, talk to those who are involved in your education, whether it's a family member or a counselor or your academic advisor here at Gaston, and just really consider what the best decision is for you. So, without further ado, I really want to spend our time talking about just a couple things that I really want um, to help you with on your cause and effect essay. So, I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, so this is just what I want you to go back over and really think through before you do those final submissions. So, just some of my overarching concerns. Many of you are forgetting what cause and effect really mean. You should be taking every paragraph and either expanding on one or the other. There's a couple ways that you can unpack a cause and effect. There's block method, there's chain linking. There are ways to unpack and talk about both, but that is not what we're doing in this essay. Your thesis statement should show the relationship between the two. And it should be very clear which one you plan to focus on. But as far as your body paragraphs go, you should only be showing the causes or the effects. It should not be both, and it should be very clear which one that you are tackling. So, for the introduction, there's a few issues that I was seeing consistently. For one, what relationship does your thesis indicate? What is the clear relationship between the causes and effect? Which one are you going to unpack? Are you really focusing on the causes and what it takes for you to reach a certain goal or what you're going to have to do to get there? Or are you going to unpack the effects? Okay, if I reach this goal, then how is that going to affect the world around me? Does the thesis statement focus on the essay's prompt and considering who you want to be one day? I got a really random essay this week, and it was a cause and effect. It was talking about poverty, but there was no self reflection in it. There was no what can I do or what effect can I make for this issue. And that's not what we're doing here. What I'm asking you to do is to think about everything we've talked about this semester. Think about your eulogy essay. Think about your profile essay. And I want you to be very specific about, okay, what goal am I trying to reach? And that might be what you want to be when you grow up. That might be what relationship you want to have. That might be what character quality you want. What is the thing that you want that you believe is going to make an impact in the world? And then the way you're going to unpack this essay is, okay, if this is my goal, okay, then what causes, what actions am I going to have to take to reach that point? Or the other way you can frame this essay is, okay, if I do that, then what implications are going to come from it? What effects are going to come from that thing? Okay. A specific example, one of our students wrote a wonderful essay. She wants to be the best police officer. Okay. It was very specific. That was the goal she had in mind. She believes that becoming a police officer is going to impact the world. And so she wrote about what is going to cause her to get there. And she talked about her physical fitness. She talked about learning more about her community and being more involved in the community. She talked about her grades and just the learning process and being in that academy. Those are direct causes, okay? Those are purposeful things that are going to get her to the effect. The goal, achievement, character quality relationship must be clear. Vague language destroys the clarity of an essay. Some of you are saying things like, I want to be successful. That's great, but success can mean so many different things. There can be success in marriage, there can be success in friendships, there can be success in your workplace, there can be success in happiness. What does that mean? Some of you are using the word I want to achieve a lot. What does that mean? What does achievement mean to you? If you don't have a specific idea in mind, then your topics are going to be vague and they're not going to be clear. So for a lot of you, the foundation, the bones of the essay are really struggling. You don't have a clear thesis, and that unclear thesis is leading to unclear body paragraphs. So as far as your body of an essay, does your body have a minimum of 3 paragraphs? Do your topic sentences either show all causes or all effects? It should not be intermingled. Do they directly show a relationship to your thesis? If you said in your thesis statement that these are the things that lead to this effect, do those causes in your body paragraphs relate to that, or do you go off topic? Those sentences should really be using action languages, okay? Those topic sentences. For example, if you are showing direct causes to the effect, okay, those topic sentences should be actions, okay? Some of you are using language, for example, if you're talking about creating peace in the world, okay, then your topic sentences are something along the lines of, for many people, they consider peace, blah, blah, blah. That is not what this essay is. This is a self identification piece where this is your cause, this is your effect. Those kind of vague ideas for your topic sentences are just not going to work. And does each paragraph amplify one cause or one effect? Some of you have been texting me or emailing me, and you've been giving me ideas really that describe two things, okay? And what you're doing is you're creating this like ideal great person, but it's two different goals. And you can't do that because what's going to happen is if your thesis statement has two ideas, or if your topic sentences have two ideas, then you're going to create a disorganized and dysfunctional paper. Your thesis statement should have one message. Your topic sentence should have one message, so that when you're giving examples, that those examples are clear and they all relate back to that topic sentence. And then finally, in your conclusion, in the conclusions, really, if you have a strong introduction and strong body paragraphs, the conclusion is simple. Did you restate the thesis and show the relationship between the cause and effects using other words? Did you summarize the main causes or effects? And is your purpose clear? Does it relate back to the essay prompt? And again, the essay prompt is asking you to identify uh, who you want to be. Okay. And I'm asking you to focus on one central idea. And you can frame it either way, either by showing, okay, these are the causes to get to this, or if I become this, these are the effects that are going to overflow from that. And then for small editing mistakes, did you check for run on sentences, comma splice errors, and sentence fragments? Did you spell out each word correctly? Did you use transitional words to guide the reader to the next idea? Did you ensure that you did not have capitalized words in random places throughout the essay? Did you consider wise practices in diction and word choice? And guys, even a step further in that, eliminate all second person. Okay. This is not an essay where you're speaking directly to the reader, or you're using your ideas to talk to the reader or give a how-to to the reader. You are, that language should be completely eliminated. And that's it. That is basically just some of the main issues that I'm seeing consistently, and just want you to consider as you turn in that final work this week. That submission link will be in your weekly folder, and I will be completely done giving that feedback by tomorrow. So if you have not received your feedback yet, please know that it will be up by tomorrow. And please do not submit your final essay until you have looked over my feedback as well as your course mates' feedback. If you turn in the same essay that you did your rough draft, you will see a significant loss of points in your final grade for that. Guys, I'd love to meet with you about your essays and talk through any issues that you're having. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I love seeing how so many of you are pushing through and persevering here to the end of the term. As far as the next essay that we're going to be discussing, I'm going to be revealing and putting all that out next week. We're not going to worry about that this week. We are going to tweak it a little bit. We are not going to be doing a full-blown argumentative paper. We're going to be doing more of a review argument that surrounds some TED Talks. So hold tight. Don't stress about worrying about any of that this week, and just focus on your cause and effect essays. I hope you have a great day. Happy Halloween. And I look forward to reading your essays this week.